Greetings, welcome to my domain. I'm again, Rogus Metal. Welcome back to Hidden City. Yeah.
Usually gets a chuckle.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be chasing you.
Bloodless shadows.
Stranger looks busy. I should try
without
talking to
flesh or
K-Bye. I was on fire.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place.
I was standing in the fire.
Well, you know, I don't know her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Luca's clinic. Hello. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. Central Plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live. So,
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort personally. The farm. Go.
You're with him, but they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please. Follow me. The only
Why are
thing
your
you
feet
really need to
glowing?
understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort. Get in charge. Wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10. Made us draw straws. And whoever'd be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. Magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
Thank you. What you got here?
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Som Telek.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountain hundreds of years ago.
It's beautiful.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Can't say.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If a person commits a sin here, every last one of us.
Oh
You
my.
see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, inscriptions warning, the many shall suffer the sins of the one. From we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived. Each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is over. And now that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
I don't know if there's any use asking that one, because they're all still alive. That would explain the golden statues.
Urgent question. There will have debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. It was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide?
I lied when I came in here, no dead.
To exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire and never before seen, and honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of laws and customs are considered barbaric. Well, I'm not going to say that. Makes sense to me. That does actually make sense. In this time, that makes sense.
I'm glad you agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. I have
Laws
made
from
my
the same law.
on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Indeed.
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
You're right. I'm from 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
Y'all been turned into golden statues.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
Yes. Perhaps there's a way to... That could be what I'm looking for. A way to actually prevent them from turning gold. Because, like, if that happens, like, if they're not turned to gold, then by rights I would have no reason to jump through the portal, so the game wouldn't happen. So I would need reason for the portal to not appear. Because the only reason that portal appears is because the entire... it had its downfall. It was the downfall of this ancient city.
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across... I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal.
I'm glad it was just food.
In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the perpetual. Don't suppose you sign of me in future?
I did see human remains in the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll do my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can offer. I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Yeah, suspects.
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Yes. Fair enough. That is true. A fresh pair of eyes would be necessary. These questions will be available later. Okay, good.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately. Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Tip, this will prioritize the new quest, showing its objective markers only. Leads a dying gasp. Everyone in the city is going to die because of one person breaking the golden rule. All of them. Second. They were all fleeing in terror from something. What were they fleeing from? What were they running from, though? Doesn't... I was going to talk to everyone win their trust. Also authorized me to enter their homes and yay! Okay, so that will make it a little easier. So, what where are they running from, though? It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such poor ventilation, but Romans were that as their servants. Carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. Can I bring some of these purple things back? Wait a minute. All of these statues that's currently here, they don't... Seem like where? You're another magistrate? Wait a minute, you're the guy I just talked to up there? Oh my god.
Hey Horatius, how's it on your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you want to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I'm a stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust
Are you
him to
glowing?
keep us safe, eh?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Centilla's disappearance?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl. Not even the Golden Rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
As if I'd be
Oh.
afraid of you, little man. What were you two talking about? Don't play dumb, will you? Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him?
Trying to...
What? You're throwing your lot in with him for free, then? That's even worse. Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you Seabold has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong page. Got it?
I wasn't thinking about interfering, but now I am. Alright, I don't want any trouble.
Good. Then stay out of it. Can't hurt.
It's your
The
story.
name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Malleolus. He is a glad.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... Nah, you don't look like you could afford it. I'm glad you
Afford
asked.
what?
See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see it, I'll need something valuable in return.
Ah. Okay.
Dunno. Something good.
I'll figure it out.
Just make it good.
Unless I sneak in.
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
He might not have a choice. He won't have a choice.
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
No.
Because if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Sentius a chance to interfere in our plans. Have that.
Oh no. Nothing is gonna happen.
Old man Sentius got you already, did he? Well, I'm not talking to people in his faction. Comfort you, eh?
See ya. Confo dump we do. Whatever. Where is this healer? I'll start there. Damn invisible walls. Oh, zipline. That. And I'm gonna save the game. And do that. Yay! 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 Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me experience. If you enjoyed the video, as hell, this game is creepy as shit.